So if you switch to lines, you're looking at this as one wave. Can you see him with the? Let me change.
Yeah.
So this. So I'm looking at this as one wave. This is the connector, and this whole thing is one wave. You see, this is zigzag. This is a flat. This running flat, in a way.
Wow.
And if you measure
it, 3.
Yeah, 3, right? So if you measure it,
just the connector is off then, though, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now look at the other one. Now we have this as 1, which is, I marked it like this. Then this, I think you can see it.
Yeah, that's easy.
Which is A, B, C, C, right?
Yeah.
And then we have this as one connector, which is A, B, C, C, C. All right?
Yeah.
And then we have, this is another funny one. Always the B is, or one of the waves is just over extended, or you can see it very, very. So this is 1. All right. This is 2. This is 3. This is the connector, and that's your ABC. So you measure it, A, B, C. Sorry, ABC till here.
Yeah.
So that's
but could that not be? Could your middle leg there not be finishing now where the liquidity is in the middle there?
Which middle leg?
The black middle leg. Say
this?
The one to the left. No, the up one.
This?
No, the black one. In the middle. Yeah, that one there. Yeah, so that black one would be this up move now.
Actually, that's what I thought of it at the beginning. I was like, okay, I'm measuring this towards here. We're finishing right there. Then we're gonna have a type of a correction.
Yeah.
A type of a drop, correction to the
and
upside.
Then take out liquidity again and then drop. Yeah,
exactly. That's one way to look at it. But you know, it's something. It's repeating and repeating this.
Yeah. Just that leg, that connector on the first move up would be funny for me. Yeah.
Exactly. So for this leg too, I'm looking towards this. Take out the liquidity, big shot to the upside where this is your connector right here.
Oh yeah. I see. Yeah.
A big shot to the upside. Take out the highs. That's what I'm actually looking at basically. Taking out the highs. And continuation of the down move, and it is supported on the 4-day.
Yeah, I've been looking at the 4-day on BTC as well.
Yeah, it is supported on the 3-day, the 2-day, weekly. Not that much, is a bit higher, but 2-day, 3-day. Daily retest of this, so it's just a grab of liquidity off the top and continuation of the down move.
Sure, yeah.
Same thing for the DXY. I'm looking for a down move, which should be
one small more push.
Yeah, exactly. And take out these highs.
So that's up for DXY. That would be down for BTC.
That's what I'm looking at for the time being. Yes.
Okay, I added to my, I took out nearly 75% of the trade I posted earlier.
You took a long?
From this morning, from London Open, I was long. I had had 50% of my idea trade. I took 50% of the profit, and I'm out now 75, but I'm just after adding back in on the 3-minute. If you go to the 3-minute, you'll see.
You know, I had an order here, and I woke up in the morning. It's
up there.
I placed it yesterday and put the stop up here. I made like 400 extra on my daily. So I said, you know what? So I will just
gamble.
Exactly. So that stop was like 400 stop, right?
Yeah.
So I just
Fuck's
placed it.
sake. Oh Jesus.
I woke up in the morning. I was like, what the fuck just happened there?
Oh, but you closed out, yeah?
Yeah, man. Like, yeah,
Good,
I was all the way down here.
Yeah.
I'm like,
It's actually a 6-day fair value gap.
oh yeah.
I have it marked with a while.
I know. I was looking at the daily somewhere, and I saw that looks really good, man. That area. I
had it marked from.
Mm,
Where did I mark it from? Oh, it must have been the leg before actually, and it just must have been on my chart.
mm.
Oh, there's an OB there, 6-day OB, but that would have went up. That would have been before. Oh, I'll have to go back and look. Maybe it's 6 hour. Is that what I was looking at?
Mm. I know. I was looking yesterday night. I was playing
Maybe
some.
it was the 6 hour I was looking at, not the 6
I checked it on the 8 hour. Yeah, I took it from
Yeah.
the 8 hour, and I
Yeah,
just placed it right there. I just placed it. Made sure that my stop is my extra money.
It happens, man. It happens.
Yeah, man.
But if you look at the 3-minute now, if you draw the box on the small correction there, just took out the low, and I added to my trades.
Long.
Yeah,
huh?
and that-
it looks.
yeah,
It looks more up. Yeah.
Yeah, because I made the mistake yesterday. The trades that I posted yesterday, one was yellow, one with the ideas were yellow and orange. The orange one played perfect.
Mm.
But I was trying to short it when I should have been longing, and I just should have waited for my invalidation and just kept longing. So I'm kind of doing that today. I'll wait until it takes me out and then look for shorts. So I think New York will push a bit higher.
Yeah, if you look at where's that thing? So the calendar, you're looking New York time at 2 o'clock. So New York time. So 2:30, 2 o'clock. So I'm expecting till then just.
Yeah, I wanted to go over some of them. Like, what news things do you look for? Like, because there's a lot of them don't make any.
The important ones, first of all.
Yeah.
Second of all, is just like, let's say.
Okay, but say for New York here, you've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7
Yeah,
news outlets today.
exactly. FOMAC is the most important one.
Okay.
So
and then
this-
you'd look for like crude oil inventories or something.
Not
With
really.
the-
That's more
No.
into cat pairs.
Okay.
So
So you've 3 FOMCs there, FOMACs.
but
so
it's the
what-
same thing. It's the same thing. It's all of them. They are at the same time.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay, so there's 8:30 or 2 o'clock, basically.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. So most likely, what usually happens is they take out some kind of high or take out the low, then come back up, grab liquidity around 2, and then reverse it and come down if they need to come down. Or it will be very volatile. Let's say in the morning, or they will just make it like this, come back inside, stay inside here for FOMAC, draw cup it, and come back down. It's very tricky, but basically you would see these kind of wicks, man.
Yeah. Okay.
Massive wicks. So to the upside or the downside, maybe they will do this and shoot back up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think because I can see the importance of them, and if it is as important as the sessions, because the sessions, I've told you before, like that's my bread and butter now. Is London Open and New York Open and close, and I don't trade during the day anymore. I just wait for like the first hour and a half of New York or
That's
something.
how it's supposed to be, man.
Yeah. So if the news is that important, then I can even kind of tighten it up a small bit and wait for the news around the opens or whatever.
Exactly. If you
And,
if you have a setup on the London, there was a setup on London Open. I missed it, like this one on Euro. I missed my London Open setup, which was very clear to me, but I got distracted with my small one.
Yeah. Yep.
It was around these areas. I said I'll wait for it to come down, give me an engulfing. I saw the engulfing, and my kid started screaming down, so I had to go down. I came back up, it was already up here. I said, fuck this shit, man. So I just left it. Right, so that was a London, right? So
Yeah.
you
Like even in BTC, it was so clear. Like, you know, Asia took out the highs, Asia took out the lows again, and broke structure on the 15-minute on BTC.
so
On the
if
retest, I took it. The tight with the stop loss
100%,
was really tight, like really tight.
100%.
Yeah.
The thing is, why I closed the gamble trade that I took here is the initial orders were from here, right?
Yeah.
So whoever did not take profit,
Yeah, they took them out.
or what the initial orders that were here, they came back, they collected their orders.
Yeah.
So they collected the money that's up there, come back down, collected their own money, and finished from it, right? So that's what. So the bottom here, there was no news to drive this one. Most likely just liquidity grab. Can they come back up and do this? Oh yes, definitely, man. And they are doing it. So
my target is even less. I think it's on my target is there's a 5-minute OB up higher around 41,350, something like that is where I target the second trade.
Hey, a lot of guys here. How are we doing?
Good.
Anwar, Archie,
Chi, Purvis.
How are you doing?
How are you guys?
Not bad.
Yeah, hi man. I can't really.
No problem, dude. Sneaking in alive.
Yes. I thought you're gonna quit to Anwar.
Never.
No, quit your job, man.
My trade is coming around now. I was worried about it there for a while.
No, it is the direction of the session is up.
Yeah, man, I fucked up so bad yesterday.
What happened?
With the I should have just stayed with the direction until it took me out.
Yeah.
But but I was getting too smart. I thought
That's what happens, man.
Yeah. It's just silly. But anyway, lesson learned.
Yep.
I lost I lost 3 trades yesterday. After my really good 2 trades in the morning. Just trying to short it.
Were you still trading?
Because I was greedy, man. I'm after missing so much time that I was just like, yeah, keep going. It's gonna come down, and then just kept going up. But and I had the
actually
idea,
yesterday I was looking on S&P to continue the low, but I stopped looking at when it grabbed the liquidity from down here. It broke the low, and it broke this area. I said, you know what, just leave it alone. It's not gonna reverse now. Even there was a nice OB up here. I just left it. This OB was at the end of the session. Even it came, exactly at the end of the session. So I didn't trade this move, and I'm not trading this one. I'm waiting for it to see, as I explained earlier. Looking for this to go up and then dump. Let's see how, if it continues, then we know that the XY is gonna come down. What UCAD is really dumping, man. That's the thing. When I see UCAD, it makes a swing high. Yeah, most likely it is targeting these areas. So if it is targeting these areas, that means this is coming down. So that's where I'm like taking it easy today. Let's have better. Did this complete? That's the question, right? Like BTC move, were they inducing the sellers that it got rejected and start selling? Where it's gonna
keep going.
Yeah. Right? And that's the question you gotta ask yourself. UCAD, maybe UCAD, because there is UCAD news and there is oil news. So basically we might have this and then back up, where the XY can complete this and back up, and this one, as I explained it earlier, goes up towards this area and continue the down move. It's gonna be volatile. It's gonna be very, very quick move. Just if you want to trade it, GMT time, it's gonna be late GMT, around 6 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken. GMT. So late. Let everything happen and let's start see which liquidity they grabbed. Let's say they pushed it all the way up there, for example. Okay, so let's say they pushed it all the way, they come back down, start looking for your short. Let's say they pushed it all the way up there and they stayed above there. That means, you know, this whatever I explained on higher time frame is not what we're looking for, and this trend is over and we're most likely targeting these highs, and we'll see how far it will go. But for time being, I'm still looking for this down move. Continuation of a strong DXY. Of course, they're gonna look at it as if it's weak. This one, same thing. This, if you remove it from the equation, we're just either this or even this fits the criteria for more down moves. So if you combine both of them together, they fit right there. So, but the move did not start. As T said, it was a beautiful trade. It was a smart trade. For me, it is a smart trade to take along, because most retailers would be looking to short, so liquidity will be grabbed from this area. We might have a fake out move, take out these highs, as you can see it from right here. Take out these highs, stops, and dump from there, right? So these are the stuff that I'm looking at the time being. DXY, still I'm looking for this up move. You see something like this, take out the highs. Maybe they will take out the highs and reverse from there. Yeah, but I cannot see that. So for the time being, we are in the interest zone, looking for that, maybe a fake out and continue up. I can show you a fake out that happened today on these kind of setups, where with this one right here. So oh, come on. See, if you put it tight to the extreme, it really went to the extreme, right? It really went to the extreme. So that's part of a fake out, but it never closed underneath this leg. And if you look at it from the RSI, it is a perfect trade in a way from what we trade, like this and like this, or even this one. So it is a perfect trade, never broke this one. Divergence still correct, and the pump, it gives you an engulfing. It should have been a beautiful trade, should have taken it, but got this attracted. So these are the trades that you look for, and you're out of the market. So, like That's 50 pip, man. Almost 40 pip. 40 pip, you have 2 lots. You're talking 45 pip. You're talking $900 in less than 15 minutes. If that's not what you're here for, I don't know what you're looking to make. What's your target? So small consistency, 2-3 trades a week of these kind. Let's say you have a 50k account, okay, 900 per trade, or a loss which would have been like 150 for me. Big difference, right? So these are the kind of trades that you're supposed to be looking at, that you're supposed to be trading, that you're supposed to take, that you're supposed to hit, take it, and move out, and let the price do its own thing. So that's why I would say, like, if it needs to reverse, let it reverse. It will create a setup for you to take it later on. I was long on USD CAD. I was long from down here and I was long from here. Okay, took partial. I think I mentioned that, and I closed my trade right here after breaking this structure. I closed my long. Did I take a short? It did not give me a short yet, from my own way of looking at the market. Maybe if I go lower time frame, it could have given me a short, okay, but I will be like guessing if it takes it or not, if maybe yes, maybe no, maybe perhaps yes this, and there's news coming in. So but euro was more clearer, right? Here my liquidity is all the way down there, man. It's all the way down there, so there's space for you to enter it. So let it decide its own thing. If it needs to go all the way down, most likely we'll take it. If it bumps from here, faking a move, bumps, I'm pretty sure I will look for I will short it. It depends what the XY is making. Aussie, this, as we mentioned last week, this is complete. This is a 3 wave, another one complete. Are we gonna have this? Yes. Is there a trade? Get the setup. Are you swing trading it? Swing trade, look at this one, look at the retest and take it. That's a break of structure on the 2 hour, 4 hour, not yet on. That's a swing low here with engulfing. That should have been your trade, and most likely it is in the interest zone. I don't trade Aussie, but it is good to have a look at it, right? So to the upside. Gold, if you're taking it as this is complete into the interest zone, taking out these lows. Can this, I thought of something yesterday. I said this looks good if it does that. From where did I get it? From where? I think, if I'm not mistaken, on the, yes, there you go, on the weekly. Yeah, so I'm looking. Consolidation, pumped, it went a bit higher, came back down, then went back up, and it should take us till mid of 2023. So end of 2022, mid of 2023, before continuing. So consolidation in this area. Same thing as this. I took it from here. Can it repeat the same thing? Well, it's a fractal. Not exactly, but it's the concept. So we are right here. If you go lower time frame, so I'm looking for it to come down here. So can this go up about induce, then come back down, finishing a leg? Because none of these, see, this is the same fractal as the higher time frame. See, when you see the same thing repeating over and over, like the S&P 500, it's repeating the same fractal over and over. And this one, you've seen it on higher time frame, and we've seen it on lower time frame, on this 8-hour time frame. So why we don't see it here too? It's just an idea, right, guys? It's the character. Whoever trades this one, that's why I say focus on 1-2 pairs, understand the characteristic of that pair, and trade it. Like, I don't switch to a pair unless I monitor it, and because it does not move the same thing all the time. Like, last year I traded UCAD the whole time. This year I started with the S&P, right? Because last year I was backtesting the indices. I was looking how S&P is moving, what does it correlate with, and does it give me an edge? Well, I know how UCAD moves, and I know how the XY moves. So does that give me an edge to UCAD? Gives you a better direction before. So if UCAD is dropping, that means the indices are gonna pump in a way, right? So it moves ahead, so it gives me more an edge to what's going on in the indices and how to not get, but not to anticipate the move, but at least have an idea where and where's my target, what's the next move, what are they inducing, sellers, buyers, what are they trapping. That's all how you're supposed to be checking what's the intention, the sellers or the buyers, and their liquidity. So if they need to push the price down, they'll induce the buyers. And they can induce the sellers too by consolidating this area, breaking it. Where's their stop? Use the seller's stop to sell more. Gave you a lot of setups in the PDF which are used to create liquidity. You just need to have the eye and implement them inside there. If I explain it over and over, if you're not gonna get it if you don't hit the charts and experiment with them. Look at it as inducing sellers or buyers for them to fill their don't look at it as legs or counting, or just look at it as what are they inducing, and that implies on daily basis, in sessions, between sessions, the highs of the session, the low of the session, what are they inducing for them to continue. And same thing, it's the same thing over and over. You just need to see it. And when you see it, believe me, when you start seeing it and implementing and happening in front of you, you're gonna build that confidence confident like this. Like you will not believe how quick that confidence will be built for you to trade. But don't over build that confidence, because the market will discipline you, will humble you in a way. So XAU, we are in the interzone. I think that's a higher time frame retesting. Where is it? Yes, exactly. The 4-day, and there's a weekly too. It's a bit lower. So the 4-day, and there's a 3-day, and there's a 2-day. So are we gonna have a pull? Yes, definitely we're gonna have a pull. Why not? It's a higher time frame. Is it a good trade? If it gives you a setup you're familiar with, why not? In between the sessions. See that here. I'm not gonna say anything. T, you still here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, perfect. If you look at this chart, what do you see? Just from the session, forget about whatever it is doing.
Oh, London took out Asia lows, came back inside. Now it's up at the highs.
So is there a trade here?
There was a trade, yeah. London open.
Exactly. And there you go.
Every day.
Every day. Every day. I mean, how many?
Find a direction. Look for your legs, divergences. Easy.
Exactly. Like, look, 3-day. We're looking at it. Hit. 4-day. Hit. 2-day. Hit. Like higher time frame, it's indicating, and there's a big fair value gap up there. So if they need to continue down, they're not just gonna roll over. At least retest this area. So if that's the retest of that area, go lower time frame today. Wait for that break. I'm not counting, I'm not looking at anything, I'm not looking at fractals, I'm not looking at anything, just this. That's Tokyo, Asian session, broke under, came back inside, take it.
Just took out Asia highs as well, so depending on what it's gonna do, it'll probably go for New York highs from the day before, probably.
And that's your trade, and that's how you're supposed to day trade. Not you're missing the move or you're gonna miss the move. That's not trading, guys. That's investors' approach, right? Because they wanna grab and hold, and you wanna be early in the move so that you get the most out of your money, right? But as a trader, day trader especially, that's not the approach. That's the wrong approach. That would ruin your approach, because you don't wanna grab. You don't really care where's the price going. It's a key area. It's a high probability that it will react on the 4-day, 2-day, 3-day. It's a higher time frame. Okay, so you take it. Does it fit your criteria to take it? It broke Asian, came back inside, broke it a second time, induced more sellers, went up, broke structure, retest the daily. What are you still waiting for? Targeting these highs and maybe New York. Do you have a setup? Yeah, I definitely have a setup. T does not even look at gold. Man, you just put it right there.
Same on BTC, man. Same everywhere.
Same thing, same approach, same stuff like that. Don't look to trade the home runs. Get the consistency, get those small pips, bank them and move away. Get those small pips, bank them and move away. Rinse and repeat, day after day after day. And we start looking at the liquidity, the highs and the lows, and And the high of the session, the low of the session, the low of the previous day, the high of the week, the low of the week, the mid-range. These are all areas where banks and they look for to offload and upload their orders and offload their orders. Anyways, so hopefully it's clicking something like a bulb coming out or popping out. Silver, same thing. If you look at higher time frame, we just retested this, but we broke structure and there's a fair value gap around these areas. If they need to continue down, they will fill these before break of structure. Do I anticipate the break of structure? But I don't know. I'm not the market maker. I don't know. But was there a trade here? Yes, definitely there was a trade. Is that a possible trade to the downside? Yeah, definitely that's a possible trade. Is it a high probable trade? Yes, but make sure you pay yourself down here. Don't anticipate the move. Yes, it will react. That's the order, stuff like that. No, man, don't approach it in that way. So watching these areas, any break underneath here, close. This is heading down, my friends. What's the time being? After this big move, of course, you're gonna have a break of structure. But is it enough? One break of structure? Maybe something like this. Induce sellers, close like this and pump it. But definitely if we have two break of structures, especially on higher time frame, definitely we're going for this. But only one break of structure is not that enough after this big massive move. That's a massive move for the commodity. Oil, same thing, still looking for the bounce and continuation. Indices, looking for that until we break and close. We will target these highs, but for the time being we are in, where did it go? See, targeting these highs, and this is a clear move. Can it go grab liquidity and dump from here? That's what I'm looking at. Same thing for this. I explained it at the beginning of the session. Same thing for the NAS. Explained at the the same thing. This one, although it broke the lows. So is it targeting these and these? Let's find out. For the time being, I want this, the 8-hour close above here. Then I will take this one. This can target this one because it broke the lows with this move. Give you a very basic example. Where did the move start? Went up, broke, higher time frame. They came back down, grabbed it, and look at it coming back up. Why can't they do the same thing here? Come down, go back up, then continue back down. Hopefully by drawing and visualizing it, you can see it. It's all about this. Yes, I say sometimes, like, I have in my trading, sometimes it is a weak side, but many times it puts me away from trouble. Is when they grab this liquidity, I really wait and wait a lot of patience and time for me to determine and take this trade, because it taught me, trading taught me how I developed my system, not to anticipate the reversals, not to choose bottoms and tops. So that's why I miss, in a way, if you are a swing trader, you miss this. That's why I'm not a swing trader, because I don't want to anticipate the move, because I learned the hard way. For me to become a day trader, you do not anticipate these. So that's why sometimes for the people that swing trade in the group, I hesitate a lot to say that yes, we are reversing to the upside. I want to see first break, second break, and the third I will say, okay, here's your trade. Maybe sometimes it's a bit late for a swing trader. But if this breaks and closes, we are targeting this and we're targeting these. So there's more room, right? It's not just gonna reverse and come back down, and there is more room to go. That's my weakness, that's my weak side, that's why I'm not good at swing trading, because I learned the hard way. Not to anticipate the move, not to anticipate the reversal or the continuation. Let it start, then I will take it. BTC, we're still in the fair value gap. Are we filling the wick? Maybe this was just grab opportunity, filling the wick and reverse. Maybe filling the wick and reverse from here. Still looking towards this, guys. Nothing changed on higher time frame. Still looking to the downside. If you look at the daily, you're gonna see, okay, there was structure break. Yes, here too there was structure break. We came back up, we came back down. We are in a consolidating area. Structure breaks so many times. And we are in consolidation on the daily. So structure is gonna break multiple of times. Is it a good trade? Yes, this was a good trade here. This was a good trade here. Can this pump all the way up there? Yes, most likely. Why not? Who's gonna stop it? But for the long view on the weekly, I'm still looking towards these areas. Is that a possible trade that I might look at? Where did it go? Is that a possible trade that I might look at here to take it? Yes. That's exactly what I'm looking at. But it is breaking structure. Yes, it is breaking structure. But I will wait for it to break the structure for me to sell. I will not choose the top. Can it continue from here all the way up? Yeah. Do I have a trade? Your trade was in London. Not now. Your trade was in London. 2 hour. See, on the news, I would love to see this. I would love to see this if it needs to continue up. Yeah, there's enough gap there. Is this a good trade? What are you doing, man? Sorry about that, guys. It's opening scan. I don't know what. Just looking at the euro. See here. This is your area. It somehow broke under, or going up. If it comes back inside here, I'll target this area from here. Just let it come back, break this structure. On the retest, I will go for it. Who knows, maybe this can continue all the way down. Or it can just come down here. Finish this leg. And then pump back up. But that's a trade. Why? Because I identified area of interest, area of liquidity, area where my stop is. And I take it. Yesterday I posted some stuff. Maybe it can assist you guys. Checklist, risk, discipline, triggers for opening a trade, triggers for closing a trade. I gave an example today why I closed these longs after break of this. I took partial here, yes. I did not close my trade up there. I closed my trade right here, right there, and let it go. See, as a swing trader, this is a day trade. Swing trader, you want to see a completed wave and you take it. Right here, there's nothing. That's a day trade from here to here. Now what I'm looking at, I go as a swing trader. I'll go like this. What do we have here? Where's my liquidity? I identify my liquidity. They take some kind of liquid. What are they inducing? What's the intention of the market? This is looking dumpy. Is everyone gonna dump it all the way down? Or they're just retesting this area? That's the 4 day, I mean. They will look at dumpy, of course. If they need to carry it up, they want this to look very dumpy. But it is going all the way down here for everyone to sell. Hopefully that was helpful, guys. Trade safe. Did I cover?
No.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna tell you.
No, I did the same mistake like last time. Sorry about that, guys. So same thing here. Are we gonna target these? Do you have a setup to target these? I have a setup to sell. I have a setup right here to sell. But the question is, are we gonna target these guys? See, here is a complete. You see how fill it, come back down, fill it, come back down, fill it, come back down, tighter, come back down, reverse it. So what are we doing here? So in a different way, you're seeing these swings, and then they become closer and closer. Then what are we having here? This, 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 this. What's next? You don't want it to break this. If it breaks this, look what's happening here. We got this, 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 reversed, came back down, just consolidated in this area. You don't want to be in this kind of range. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's happening? You don't want this to break here. Retest for it to continue. Watch it when it was coming down. So that's trending. See how close these are, different from this, or even different from this. Then look how close they started to become. Same thing here, you don't want the swings to be close, tight. So expect something like this for it to continue up, if it needs to continue up. Or if it breaks, short it. Another approach, you can take it in this way. I can explain to you guys this concept here, but not a lot would understand it. The open and the close, especially on the daily. The open and the close, open and close. You don't want the open and the close be tight. If the open and the close are tight to each other, there's gonna be a switch in market. Let me don't enter into that now. Stick to the candlesticks and lines. It's way easier. So what are we looking at in a different concept? We're having this box. Retested it, went up, retested it, went up. Respected this low. Consolidated, broke above it. Keep on looking for your buys until these areas. Comes back down, look for your sells. As simple as that. See, there's many ways to look at the market. It's just how your brain would absorb that and translate it for you to be able to have a proper edge. There's many ways. I say inside the course, not all of us are doctors, and not all of us are engineers, and not all of us are mechanics, and not all of us are traders. Same thing here. Not all of us would understand the waves. Not all of us would understand the concept that I explained. Not all of us would understand high and low. It's just an edge. So this corrected this move. So are we having something like this to correct this move for a dump? Or you can take it in a different way. And then dump. There's many properties that gives you an edge. So this is Tokyo high, this is Tokyo low. We're right in the middle. If I want price to shoot down, would love this to do a fake out and reverse it.
That's possible in New York Open.
Yeah.
To take out what happened in London and reverse.
Exactly. So back in the box, we'll look for my short. Above the box, look for fill of any gap to take it high towards these areas. And XRP, same thing. As you can see it, we are in a consolidating area. That's what happens in FOMC before. It just consolidates and consolidates and consolidates before. See, this was a fake out. So if this was a fake out, where's dot? The same thing. See, I'll give you an example for the euro. See, I'm looking for the euro. They came here, created wicks, created wicks, created wicks into the interest zone and gave dumps on lower time frame. Then they went back up, pushed it, break the high. Look at this high. They broke it and coming back down. So if they need to push the price down, they will break the high. And if you are long, take your profits above the high. That's why I say above a market structure. Low or high of the day, of the session. You're a day trader. Same thing applies for the swing trader. Does this look complete for me? Yes, it does look complete. Are we gonna have this? That's what I'm looking at. Took it. We're below it. Let it start. They will do a fake out and you take it.
The gold on the, it's a perfect example of Asia lows and highs. It's after reversing now.
Yes, sir. There you go. See?
Took out the highs and
took out the
down
highs
again.
And dumped.
It would have been a 6-hour trade nearly on the 2 minute. Would have been nice.
It's the same thing all over. Same thing. Nothing changed. Same thing. You just need to understand it. Have an edge and take it. That's a pretty long. So trade safe, guys. I will be online. I'll be online for New York. New York, it is already opened, and
An hour, right?
what? It's 8:30 now because they changed the clock.
Oh, okay.
So that move was New York. I don't know why it's not. I think I need to fix it from here. Are we now what? It's 4 hours.
I think that's only with you though. I think I
8:30.
don't think mine has changed.
It's 8:30. I put it.
Your Asia is slightly different to mine as well.
Because I put these, man. I placed these. The GMT time from 8 till 1:30, and London from 2 till 1 o'clock New York time. And New York from 8:30 till 5. Give it space. Alright guys, trade safe and hit me up if you have a trade, you don't understand it, you want another point of view, but you're here to build your edge. I'm here, me, T, everyone in this group that has experience, assist you, give you our knowledge for you to build your edge. Not one trader is the same as the other. There's not two alike. There's the same concept, same intention, but different edges. Trade safe.